The mantra I've always lived by since I found and discovered this is this: if everybody did what they were capable of doing, they would literally astound themselves. Thomas Edison said that over 100 years ago, and look what he achieved, and he came from nowhere. Now, my life has been full of struggle, not instant success as many people think when they look at my Facebook wall and my blogs. It's taken a tremendous amount of struggle to get there. And through that struggle, I've learned many lessons, and those lessons have made me a better person, helped me to help a lot more people discover their own success. And success has been very, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, difficult for people to achieve these days, because people think there's such a set life. You have to go to school, get a great job, get married, retire at 65 and that's it. But that's not life, guys. Life is now anything you want it to be, and I believe that anything is possible and you can achieve anything once you have the faith and belief in yourself. I mean, look at me. I was a kid struggling since very, very young. And my father was a gambler. My mum left him because he used to spend all the housekeeping on gambling with horses. And she had to get 4 jobs just to pay for the food to help us to live. So she left, but we had nowhere to live. And, we moved from town to town, school to school. So as a child, I was very lonely and very shy. I was scared to death of life. And what life gave me all the time, and all these changes that came through. It was so bad one time I had to sleep in the park, we just had no money. So I really respect what my mum had to do to bring me up, to get me to where I am. And that was one struggle as a child. It was amazing, and I forget some of those things. And as a teenager, it got worse because I got bullied at school. I didn't have any friends. I was very shy. I had bright orange hair, so I got picked on every day. So it was one of those things, but I couldn't wait to leave school. School was a horrible place for me. So I left school at 16 years old. I had no qualification, no desire to ever go to university. And I believed that I would not really achieve much. However, I always dreamt, because the blessing of that struggle was I was able to live in my imagination. And my imagination, anything was possible. So I used to dream of traveling around the world. I used to dream of being an amazing person. But I used to dream of being an author. I used to dream of being a rich person, which of course many people do. But I actually lived there because I had nowhere else to go. The next marriage my mum had, it was a violent marriage, and I used to come home and live under the bed because they would be having violent arguments every day, and I would be scared to get to death of that. I'd literally be crying every night. But this is not a sob story to tell you that I'm a victim. It's to tell you that those struggles actually helped me become a success. And they helped me become very happy because I recognize those signs now in things. And of course, I live my own life by my own choice. Now, from those struggles, I got my first job in direct sales, and I was the worst salesperson the company had ever known. In fact, I sold absolutely nothing. Until one day I was going to be fired. I enjoyed the job, but I just couldn't sell anything because I was so shy and not very confident at all. I'm sure you've been there, where you've got no confidence and you don't know what to do. And one day, the top salesperson in the company gave me a book, and he said to me, "Marco, you've got so much potential, but you're not using it. I can see it, you can't see it. That doesn't matter. What I want you to do is read this book, go home, and it will change your life, but you have to read it." And he said, once you've read it again. So I had nothing to lose. I went home, read the book, I read it 8 times. Once I'd finished reading that book, literally my mindset, my belief was different, because suddenly I believed that anything was possible, and I felt so charged up. It was like I was full of electricity. I couldn't wait to get out there and couldn't wait to see my clients. I wasn't afraid anymore. In fact, my fear had gone. So I went to the office, I sat my clients down and said, "Right, I'm going to sell you timeshare today." And my client said, "No, you're not." I said, "Yes, I am. Just watch me." 4 hours later, they bought from me, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm amazed." In fact, I asked them, "Why did you buy from me?" And they said to me, and I've never ever forgotten this statement my client said, "Because we saw that truth in your eyes, that you believed in it. So we bought." And that was a lesson to me that when you believe in something, you can get it. And from then, I've experienced massive success, not without struggle though, because in my marriage, that was sometimes not easy. And now I'm not with that lady anymore, but I've got 2 amazing children. And through those struggles, I was able to bring those children up the best I could because I didn't have a dad around me. So one of the things I wanted to be was a better father. And I've got 2 amazing kids. One of those kids is living the life of his dreams. He started go-karting at 6 years old. Now he qualified 4th in the World Championship this year. He's only 14. For me, I could never do that as a kid, but I help him do that. My daughter is doing the things she loves to do. So through those struggles, I've actually learned that I can inspire people and I can get a message out. And, the people that were close to me said to me, why don't you write a book about your success? Why don't you find a way that you can inspire more people? So I wrote a book. And I'd always dreamt of writing a book, but I'd never even read many books. So I decided to write a book about my life story, how I came from nothing to selling $1 billion worth of products in 10 years. And when I finished that book, it became a #1 bestseller, and it shocked the hell out of me. I thought, how is that possible? Me, leaving school at 16, no qualifications, complete loser, wrote a #1 best-selling book. Now, when I wrote that book and it became a success, one of the things I started getting was a lot of people who were jealous, a lot of haters, we call them now. #haters, yeah? So all those haters started coming along, and the people that hated me were not the people I expected. In fact, one of them was my ex-boss and close friends who didn't become friends anymore. In fact, they became enemies because at the time I was very hurt by that. But then I realized, well, you know what? It was a blessing, because the more success that I got, the more haters I got. And that is a direct, basically, relation. So I understood that I'm going to get a lot of jealousy, but I didn't really care, and I don't care anymore. In fact, that actually inspires me to become more successful, because those people that are jealous didn't get anywhere. In fact, they went backwards, because I realized they weren't taking responsibility for their lives, but I was taking responsibility for my own life. So I wrote this book, and then I left my wife and I had no money. There was book sales, but book sales is not very much money, guys. So I thought, what can I do to be really successful? So I decided to start a business. I thought of an idea. I had no office and no staff, no money, literally. And I started this idea in 2009, and the company made $12 million in its first year. I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. And I got awarded Entrepreneur of the Year. I never thought that was possible, but, I'm trying to say to you guys that anything is possible. Once you want it, once you know what you want, once you've had a struggle and you've had a lot of pain in your life, that struggle becomes a lesson. And I've had so many lessons over my life that has helped me get to a better place. Today, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the fittest I've ever been. I've got a six-pack at 47 years old nearly. The reason I've got a six-pack is from another struggle, because I had a broken relationship and I was 20 kilos overweight. I was an alcoholic nearly, 3 bottles of wine every day for lunch. That was the kind of lifestyle I had. But then I met a very good friend of mine who's become a closer friend, who inspired me to say, well, why don't you become a model and get a six-pack? I thought, what? You really? You think I can do that? Why not? So I did. And I got modeling jobs, and now I've just done a shoot last week, a photo shoot, the best of my life. It's the most amazing thing. And then from that, I actually got offered an acting role in a major motion picture from someone I met on Facebook 6-7 years ago. We got close, and I helped her raise the funds for a film and showed her how to do business with it. And she gave me a major part, got me a Screen Actors Guild actor's job, and helped me be a production advisor in a film. And that's also amazing for me. What is possible, what you can do when you come from nothing, is totally unbelievable. And this life I've got, I'm sharing that with you because I'm here to help you really get what you want and remove those limiting beliefs that always stop you, and those doubts that always come in your mind. So, well, I can't do this. It's not for me. I'm not good enough. I get that all the time from people I'm talking to and people I'm coaching. But I only choose to coach people really that really want to be coached. There's no truer expression that the teacher appears when the student is ready. So I speak all over the world. I love speaking about financial freedom. I love speaking about, doing what you love to do. And showing you really the truth and reality is that 98% of people in the world retire financially broke. And, go through a life where they're working for people, never making ends meet. Because they don't have the time also to do what they love to do. They think doing what they love to do is beyond them. But actually, I'm proving to you, I'm pointing case that, I can do that. Definitely you can do that. And since that success, well, I've got the motion picture, I've been modeling, wrote the #1 best-selling book, been very successful in business. Now I'm launching 3 online businesses next year. That's very exciting. Opened a restaurant called Naked, and everyone went, oh my God, what the hell are you doing that for? And one of the things that I love to do is shock the hell out of people, because sometimes you've got to do things differently. You've got to be unique. You've got to think completely creatively. And, one of my idols is Peter Thiel, who was one of the investors in Facebook. I'm reading his book, by the way, now. And he says that, to really succeed, you have to think not out of the box, you have to think completely out there. and create something brand new that no one's ever done before. And that's what I love to do. And all that childhood is in my imagination, and that pain actually helped me access creativity in my mind to enable me to do the things I'm doing right now. So I love my life, and I'm really here to help you get to your life, get to the life that you want, so you can inspire people. Because if you can inspire one person, you can inspire millions of people. And that's what I love doing every single day. So this is Marco Robinson. Thank you for listening to me. It's great to share my story. And, I hope that you have my kind of success, or really your kind of success. What success look like for you? Think about that, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you.